Hey everyone, welcome back to a modern fable on success in a business and in life. In this session number 5, we are going to discuss about the how the turbulent times build great leaders. Earlier, we have been discussed about how to build your image as a leader. For that, what you have to do, you have to follow the 5 rules that are the innovation, mastery, authenticity, and guts that and then the ethics you have to follow. Then the leadership doesn't come from money, influence, and position are nothing compared with the brain, principle, energy, and preservation. Orison Sweat Madron says that, and OG Mendino also says this: I will persist until I succeed. I was not delivered into this world into defeat, nor does failure curse my veins. I am not a sheep waiting to be prodded by my shepherd. I am alone and I refuse to talk, walk, and to sleep with the sheep. I will persist until I succeed. Then Lance Armstrong says pain is temporary, quitting lasts forever. If you quit, if you feel the pain are temporary and the pain permanent, you will quit and that quit will be permanent for you. And now that I am excited about your next meeting, said Tommy as he parked at a lot in the stylish traffic area of New York City. This teacher is quite the character. Black Anna is obviously very special, but this one's something else. He is a colorful, playful, and spontaneous, yet still enormously intelligent. In your conversation with him, he will share the second principle of the lead without a title philosophy. You know the first one so well by now, Tommy noted. Yep, I most certainly do. You need no title to be a leader, I proudly affirmed. Excellent. So now you get to learn the second one, which is I asked inquisitively. Turbulent time build great leaders came Tommy's simple yet immediate reply. Just keep in mind that difficult days never last, but strong people always do. That hard conditions are nothing more than chances to become heroic, and that challenging times in both business and in life are incredible opportunities to transform mess into success. He said, with a simple problems and difficulties, days are actually good for you, my friend. Difficult days, man. I feel like I have had a difficult decade. I replied with a grin. Tommy looked over at me. I paused, and then we both started to laugh at my comment. Good me, black or good one black. I like your style. I can tell you are feeling pretty good. And that makes me happy. Such great things are already happening for you. Your future really does look bright. He beamed. As we walked along one of the side streets, Tommy sang that old Rolling Stone song about not always getting what we want, but getting that what we need. I sensed he was preparing me for the lesson that was coming. There is a lot of truth in the words I am singing black, business and life isn't, or itself can be so unpredictable. That's true, especially in these utterly uncertain economic times. Just when you believe you are clear on what the future is going to look like, some competitor or a new piece of technology instantly transform the industry. Just when it feels like things will finally get back to normal and merger takes place. And the organizations never the same. Just when you think you have everything figured out, a mountain of change sidewipes you and blow you off your feet. And you will get exactly where I am going and that mountain metaphor in a few minutes. Tommy looked around as a briskly crossed the street. Did I tell you how excited I am for you to meet this second teacher? He asked me, his age appearing to get to the better of him. You did, Tommy, I replied in a whisper. We walked into a small storefront with an old sign with hand painted lettering on it that read the Thai Salon ski shop. The space inside was surprisingly bright, the skies and other athletics apparel neatly organized throughout the store. Numerous framed black and white photographs of a handsome blonde skier had been carefully hung along the walls, along with large posters with mottos like Embrace the Fear, Hard Runs Make Better Strikers Skier, and Conquer Your Own Everest. Behind the counter was a tall, tanned, athletic looking man who I guessed was in his 50s. He had on a sleek icebreaker sweater, rode a tattered pair of jeans, and sported a fashionable pair of parcel sunglasses. Spotting Tommy and me, he rushed out to greet us, smiled enthusiastically, and tore off his shades in a clear gesture of friendship. Hey Jude, he shouted at Tommy, and he wrapped his muscular arms around my mentor and gave him a beer hug. Lifting Tommy's feet a few inches off the ground, great to see you again, bro. Honestly, life is in the book business, still winning all those contests with the lead without the title stuff we threw at you all those years ago. Definitely, Ty, and it is fantastic to see you too, Tommy replied with an equal degree of affection. Yes, everything is still going really well at work. You guys really set me up for some serious success with all those ideas you shared with me. You now You know, I will never be able to repay you for what you did for me. My life was a disaster before that day we all spent together. But it all turned around after that. Completely. The philosophy you all shared worked like some kind of a miracle cure. Thank you, Ty, thank you, Tommy said with obvious sincerity. No worries, dude. Come the relaxed and upbeat response. All good. Hey, is this the young guy you were telling me about? Tom. I reached out my hand, but was instantly met with another giant bear hug. I could hardly breathe for a minute. My name is Ty Bond. Good to meet you, bro. The store owner bellowed as he squeezed me. Ty, this is Blake. Blake, this is Ty Bond. Name sound familiar? Asked Tommy as he absent-mindedly fiddled with his Mickey Mouse handkerchief. Oh, sorry, I probably should know it, but I don't. Sorry about that try, I said honestly. Hey, no sweat, Blake. That is cool. Water off a duck's back. I am pretty chilled guy. No ego trip with me. As a matter of fact, I have learned that the bigger the ego, the weaker the performance. I wasn't quite sure what he meant by that comment. Tommy instantly spoke up. Ty was five-time world film skiing champion. See this picture. Tommy said, pointing to the or striking young athlete in a picture on the wall. That is our man in action. Skiing the deep powder at toes, New Mexico, unless I am mistaken. No, man, you are totally right. Taos is one of the best places in the world for us powder hounds. I loved skiing there. Pure bliss. So you are a sky pro guy. I asked the charismatic store owner. I was dude. I used to race all over the world, but had to give up competitive skiing in my early 30s after I shattered my knee at an event in Kizilbili, Austria. For a few years after that, I worked as a sky instructor at some of the most fun sky resorts in the world. Places like Whistler, Canada, Valderlier, France, Coronet Peak in New Zealand, and Aspen, Colorado, right here in the good old US of A. I then somehow found my way out to this noisy jungle of a place. Figured that were at least a few people who needed skies here in New York City. And I have never left. In the summer, I sell mountain bikes. Hey, as you can see, it is not that big of a operation. And to be real with you, dude, I am not getting wealthy doing this. But I wake up every morning working at something I really love doing. And as we used to say, when I made my living skiing, I may not be rich, but I have a rich life. Turning people on to the amazing sport of skiing gives me a nice kick. And it keeps me close to the snow because I still get a chance to take a few sky trips every year with some of my suppliers. I'm a happy guy, and in my mind, that is what matters most. I am impressed, Ty. It is a pleasure to meet you. I offered. No, the pleasure's all mine. Tommy tells me you fought for us in the war in Iraq. Yes, I did. I answered, unsure of what that fact would provoke from Ty, but hopeful for the best after hearing Anna's appreciation for my military services. Well, before I give you that, you have come here to get. Come on over here and let me give you another hug, dude. I walked over and Ty grabbed me for a second friendly hug. Been reading aloud about what all you soldiers have been going through, dude. My heart goes out to you and your fellow warriors. I know lots of you guys who fought in Iraq and Afghanistan now have had to deal with that post traumatic stress stuff once you have come back home along with a ton of relationship challenges when there is wives, girlfriends, and kids involved. I feel for each of you, and while I know me saying thank you probably doesn't make much of a difference to you, I just want to say thank you. Thanks for all you and all the others who served with you have done for us. We are able to live with the freedom we have because of the courage you have shown. I didn't quite know what to say. I hadn't felt this honor for my military duty in a while, and I was beginning to realize more than ever before that what I was perceiving as a nightmare was actually nothing more than an event that had occurred in my life. And as a leader without a title, I held the natural power within me to determine what meaning I attached to any circumstance I had been presented with. By finding a positive and useful interpretation, I do be flipping the switch from victimhood into leadership by quickly reframing something I too thought to be bad into an event I could now view as good. I would accelerate my success and activate my inner leader, and part of that essential transition meant that I needed to stop making excuses for what my life looked like before. I met Tommy and realized that my development in React was actually a period of profound personal growth, upon which I really could use to build an even brighter future. I wouldn't have been ready to make all the changes I was now in the process of making it if I hadn't endured those experiences. And all of the challenges of my past could be seen as preparation for the oncoming leadership in my future. I also noticed that with this radical reframing of my military service, I was feeling happier and more energized than I did felt in years. What are you telling me? Does make a difference. Ty, and you are welcome, I replied quietly. So come on right in black, Ty said as he mentioned for me. to have a seat in the corner of the shop. Maybe I will be able to repay you a little by sharing some really powerful ideas and tools that will continue to shift the way you work and live. Tommy told me you both were coming, so I picked some salami and cheese sandwiches for us. Did you take him to see Anna this morning? I asked Tommy. Of course, was the pleasant reply. Quite a woman. Isn't she black, beautiful, smart, and awesomely good? Noted Di joyfully. She is a pretty special. I agreed. She taught me some really fantastic things this morning, starting with the first principle of the lead without a title philosophy. You need no title to be a leader. I left that meeting changed. Without a doubt, I just feel really different. Great on you, dude. I guess the pressure's on me to perform now, so you are learning all about what it means to lead without a title, and that leadership is a sport for every person alive today, not for just CEOs, generals in the military, and heads of the state. Pretty fun stuff, man. I will transform your whole life if you let it. I only wish more people were aware of our method. Businesses would not only be a whole lot more profitable, but they would also become much better place to be. And every community in this big world of ours would improve. Man, I so wish every single one of us understood the power we have to lead in all we do and use our lives at work. You can feel better knowing that the philosophy is already making a big impact on me. Ty, like I said, I feel changed now, and I know I will be working at BIW. And this BIW leads for best in the world and paving as a FMOB as a result of what I am learning today, I said with a smile. So the FMOB is the first, most, only, best. The kid's getting it, Tom. I like him already, Ty passionately replied as he faced Tommy. That is the power of good ideas, dude. One good idea is all you need to break through to a completely new game. A single big thought carries with it the ability to shatter all your barriers. One intelligent insight can inspire you to make a decision that shifts you into a revolutionary new way of performing. My man, Oliver, well tell, Onmel said it well. A mind once exposed to a new idea never regain its original dimension. So listen, I continued, getting focused as he handed me a thick sandwich on multigrain bread and a cool bottle of water. My job here today, as part of your schooling on leading without a title, is to entertain you. With that, he shot up. to his feet and grabbed a ski that had been leaning against the wall. He pretended it was a guitar and started singing the old Aerosmith song, Dude Looks Like a Lady, at the top of his lungs. Tommy began to laugh, seeing the startled expression on my face. I burst into the laughter too. He then put the sky down and high-fived Tommy. Clearly, these two had become great friends, and I could tell they respected each other enormously. No, just kidding, Blake. Just having some fun. Gotta find ways to have a good time in all you do. But seriously, my job today isn't really to entertain you. Although I do hope you have a great time in our show together. And I think it is true that no matter what we do in business, we all need to entertain, inspiring our customers